What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Hopefully everybody having a wonderful Thursday night. So during the 2024 race, President-elect Donald Trump campaigned mostly on improving the economy and bringing down grocery prices. He talked mainly about the economy and bringing down grocery prices. That was his main goal. Well, in an interview with Time magazine, the president-elect Donald Trump said that it's very hard now to bring down the cost of groceries for American families. Not only did Trump backpedal on his promise to bring down grocery prices, but the economists predict that the prices will rise even higher if Trump imposed high tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China, which will jack up the price on cars, computers, appliances, and most of all, groceries, okay? Now, people on social media reacted, okay? They reacted when Trump interview came out from Time magazines where he said it's going to be all of a sudden hard to lower the price of groceries all of a sudden, and the internet ate it up. So let's go ahead and look at some videos and react to them, okay? So hold that thought, y'all. Just 1 second. Here we go. Let's get this thing cracking.
Trump means your groceries will be cheaper. It'll also bring your grocery bill way down. I have more complaints on grocery. The word grocery, you know, it's sort of simple word, but it sort of means like everything you eat. The stomach is speaking. It always does. And I have more complaints about that bacon and things going up double, triple, quadruple. I haven't seen Cheerios in a long time. I'm going to take them back with me. Bacon is through the roof. They're all through the roof. The milk, everything is bad. And we're going to straighten it out. We're going to bring prices way down, and we'll get it done fast.
Now, Trump tells Time magazine that while he wants to make groceries cheaper, it's, quote, hard to bring things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard.
Donald Trump is now admitting that he won't be able to lower grocery prices after running his entire campaign on lowering grocery prices. Donald Trump was selected by Time magazine to be person of just someone who had the most impact, and that impact can be good or bad. But they did an interview with Donald Trump along with this cover. And near the end of the article where they're talking about this interview, they said, quote, yet already Donald Trump is moving the goalposts on some of his pledges, like lowering the price of groceries. He said, quote, it's hard to bring these things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard. MAGA got played. Trump ran his entire campaign on lowering grocery prices. He never told us how he was going to do it, just that somehow, magically, he was going to be able to. And now even he himself is basically saying, yeah, it's not going to happen. If you supported Donald Trump based on the idea that he was going to somehow be able to lower your prices, understand that he lied to your face. He lied straight to you. Didn't care. He said whatever it took to get elected. And now we have this maniac who's not going to do anything for the next 4 years. Donald Trump is now admitting.
Donald Trump thinks he made up the word groceries, and suddenly people started using the term. But now he says he also cannot lower the price of groceries. Your thoughts? Well,
you know, the thing about this coming presidency that we can actually hope for is that Donald Trump's not going to do what he said he was going to do. Like, if you take the list of things he said he was going to do, most sane people would want him to fail at most of those things. And then the other things, we'd all love him to stop inflation. Just stop it. Yeah. That's impossible. It's never happened. It won't happen. And so that he knows that that's not going to happen. He has no policy. The only policy he came up with that has any direct relationship to inflation is the most inflationary policy a government can come up with, which is tariffs.
Donald Trump.
I feel like I'm in a new America because the price of groceries is disgusting.
Trump said no, it's not going to be easy to lower grocery prices. And he doesn't think he'll be a failure if he doesn't lower grocery prices. Isn't that why so many people voted for him? So they could be able to afford gas and groceries?
Who else is excited?
And welcome.
I want on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries.
In his interview with Time, the president-elect backed off his central campaign promise to lower prices for consumers, including on groceries, saying, look, they got them up. I'd like to bring them down. It's hard to bring things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard, but I think that they will. I think that energy is going to bring them down. I think a better supply chain is going to bring them down. Throughout the campaign, Trump repeatedly vowed lower prices.
But prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast, not only with insurance, with everything. It'll also bring your grocery bill way down.
Trump also,
from what I heard, the biggest reason why the maggots voted for the convicted felon Trump to be president was because he could bring down the price of eggs. During his campaign, the convict even took it further and promised these rubes that he would be lowering grocery prices overall. He called it a major issue for Americans. However, that was just to get the vote from these idiots. In a recent interview with Time magazine, he admitted that reducing costs might be harder than expected. While he hopes his energy and supply chain policies will help, the felon acknowledges that once prices rise, bringing them down is very hard. What happened to his promise that a vote for Trump means your groceries will be cheaper? It's more like a vote for the convict felon means you're a sucker. And it gets better. With the felon's 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico, they're key suppliers of U.S. vegetables, fruits, grains, and meat. Groceries will get even more pricier. Here's the thing. On the educated side of the United States, we know the president has nothing to do with grocery prices. The felon duped all these inbreds into thinking that he could do something about it. From under what rock did these maggots crawl out of? Can they go back? I'll be back with more news with commentary and other bull.
Donald Trump just told Time magazine it's too hard to bring the prices of groceries down.
I thought it was his campaign promise he was going to bring the prices
down. Get over it!
He
did say that, but then he said in the interview recently that it's hard to bring the prices down once they're already
He then
up.
said
He can't make any promises, but he still thinks they'll come down.
He made a promise saying...
Were you not listening? There's only so much he can do! Tariffs will ruin supply chains. However, he did say a better supply chain and energy prices should bring them down.
The energy prices are going to bring the groceries down.
Yes, that's what he said! You do not believe him!
Number one, that doesn't make any sense. And number two, what energy? The energy Canada is threatening to withdraw because of his tariffs?
Stop taking Trump literally and out of context. I still believe Donald Trump will be able to get the groceries
down. How can
you
possibly believe the price of groceries are going to come down, especially with the introduction of his
You're not
tariffs?
listening! If Donald Trump said the prices of groceries will come down, then the prices of groceries will come down! What's not to understand?
What's not to understand? Tariffs are going to raise the price of everything.
What? No, they're not going to do that. After Trump raises tariffs, we're going to buy American products for cheaper. They'll make Mexico pay for the border wall.
I understand your faith and your belief.
You better.
But just saying words and saying things will happen doesn't make them happen. We need actionability behind these words.
Time magazine recognizes his action and ability. He was named Person of the Year. Guess he's not as bad as everybody.
Do you even know why Time magazine chooses people as Person of the Year?
Isn't it based off the merits of their character and good deeds and contributions to society?
No, it's the person that had the greatest impact in general among Americans.
Exactly.
Good or bad.
And Donald Trump only does good, so that's why he was chosen as Person of the Year. No other president has made such an achievement in their lives.
It's tradition for presidents to be...
It's too late. Tariffs 2025.
I have a hard time doing it to them because I'm basically a truthful person, but and frankly, no, but frankly, I have a hard time doing it to them because I'm basic.
Economy. Question from our red state folks. Who do you think's going to buy your cotton, soybeans, and pigs after Trump starts trade wars with China, Canada, and Mexico? Cotton and soybeans are some of our biggest exports to China, and all they have to do is raise their own tariffs on these products in order to cripple these industries in the United States. China did this with soybeans back in 2018 when Trump tried this stuff the first time, but some of y'all got short memories. What, did you think the United States was the only ones who could raise tariffs? All 10 out of the top 10 cotton-producing states and 8 out of the top 10 soybean-producing states all voted for Trump this election. Now, I don't wish hurt and hardship on anybody, but y'all voted it on yourselves this election, just like trees voting for the axe. China owns 1/4 of all the pig farms in the United States, and 8 out of 10 of the top pork-producing states also voted for Trump. China, Canada, and Mexico together buy over half of all the pork that's exported from the United States. Who's Trump starting those trade wars with again? And before you go saying China, Canada, and Mexico need U.S. cotton, soybeans, and pigs, Brazil and India are more than happy to pick up our slack and bring that money into their economies. Trump's got y'all convinced that he's calling all the shots and there won't be any consequences. But you're missing one very important fact. He's rich and you're not. The benefits are all for him. The consequences are all for you. Question from our red.
Look at this. This is the cost of.
There has been a lot of talk about President-elect Donald Trump's proposed new tariffs on countries like China, Mexico, and Canada. But what does that actually mean for your future spending? First, a quick Econ 101 refresher, and we promise we'll keep it short. A tariff is essentially a tax the government charges companies that import foreign goods to discourage them from doing so. But a lot of products sold in the U.S. use parts from foreign countries to make things you like to buy here. So the prices of those parts would go up, and the companies might pass on that extra cost to you. And what about stuff that's entirely made out of the U.S.? Well, according to the National Retail Federation, their analysis shows that if Trump were to make good on his threat to impose a 10 to 20% tariff on all imported goods, clothing prices could go up by around 12%. So an $80 pair of jeans could cost you $90. Toy prices may rise even more. Since so many are imported from China, that means they could go up around 36%. So that $50 tricycle could end up costing you around $68. Household appliances, too. Prices of those could increase by around 19%. So a fridge that used to cost $650 could set you back almost $776. And those are the lower end estimates. President-elect Trump says the most beautiful word in the dictionary is tariff. But will tariff raise prices for Americans? Or is it simply a great negotiating tactic to get better trade deals out of foreign partners while also bolstering the Made in America brand?
The president-elect is threatening harsh tariffs against America's top 3 trading partners, Mexico, Canada, and China. Already, U.S. CEOs are warning if President-elect Trump does impose new tariffs, they will be passed on to consumers as higher prices. Best Buy CEO saying the vast majority of that tariff will probably be passed on to the consumer. Home Depot's CEO warning there certainly will be an impact. And Walmart's finance chief saying tariffs are going to be inflationary.
All right. So my thing on this whole thing is you better rack up now. Trump played a whole lot of y'all megas. He played y'all. Okay. He said what he told y'all the things y'all wanted to hear, and now he's backpedaling. So now is the time while things is bearable, you go out and rack up on your king goods and rack up on everything you need, appliances, computers, cars. If you need a car, if you got the money to get it, you might want to get it. And especially rack up on your food and stuff, because I really feel like everything is going to become very expensive. People are going to be very upset. Okay. And I just think that it's about to really go down. So, like he said, all of a sudden, now it's going to be very hard for him to get these grocery prices down. And with him making these threats to impose tariffs on these countries, such as Canada, Mexico, and China, they also can retaliate against the United States. Even Canada is ready to retaliate, okay? They ready to stop providing energy into one of these states, northern states, because they get their electricity, part of their electricity from Canada, I believe. And Canada ready to turn off the lights, okay? I haven't done too many research on that part, but I will have more research for y'all when I do another video like this. I'm just now reading up on a lot of stuff. These countries, they ready to retaliate. They saying, hey, you're not going to put these high tariffs on us. We're going to retaliate too. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude said in the video, we're not the only one that can do tariffs too. They can impose tariffs on the United States as well. It's just going to be a whole lot that's getting ready to go down in the pipelines. Trump believed that, bringing in the cost of oil and energy will reduce prices, which it will. But with him doing this tariffs, threatening to rise, tariffs 25% for Canada and Mexico and an extra 10% for China, those prices ain't going to drop. They're going to go up. No matter how much he bring down the, gas prices and stuff like that, it don't matter at this point. It's going to be a war with this importing thing and exporting. It's going to be a war with that. And so, like I'm telling y'all, make sure y'all go out, rack up, get what you need. And if you got it, get it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about to get ugly out here. So tell me y'all thoughts about this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you like this video. And you know what I'm saying? And I'll catch y'all on another one. I'm out. Peace. One love, baby.